Museums can be a great source of informal education. They are places one can visit and gather information on history to learn information relating to a variety of subjects. Museums educate about historical culture, showing evidence of the past. This material evidence can open up discussions, ideas, and inspiration for many people. A well-established museum needs to possess multiple attributes in order to be successful. It needs to be a place that can attract and keep the attention of people from all ages. This can be attained via text displays for adults with more in-depth information, or more interactive displays or activities for children for creative learning. These strategies help museums be an inclusive, informal learning environment that educates all who walk through their doors. Museums can be a source of inspiration in visitors and that can manifest into careers or interests. An individual who walks into a museum of natural history may wonder at the remains and develop an interest in archaeology, for example. Museums are not only a place of learning, but they can inspire the younger generation into important jobs vital to our survival. Jobs are evolving in today's age, adhering to research which suggests new ways to learning. They seek to adapt this research and incorporate them into their museums to benefit visitors. This piques the interest of adults and young families. Parents can also use museums to educate their children in deeper ways than a classroom. Larger museums have started to incorporate new technology in aid of their educational purposes, and younger generations, with their familiarity with technology, will easily adapt to this. Museums educate by means of social inclusion, meaning that regardless of capital, one can experience the museum due to them being free. This can ultimately achieve Maslow's highest tier of his hierarchy, which is self-actualization. Museums can educate those willing to reach their fullest potential by inspiring individuals with creative ideas and concepts. Museums offer education via means of interaction, displays, guides, tours, activities via means of physical, audio, and visual interaction. Museum learning is based on visitors learning by having a hands-on approach or having task-based activities. This is known as experiential education. It allows individuals to get involved with the museum rather than just looking at and perhaps not taking anything in. By experiencing something tangible, we are able to process it in a much more efficient way, thus making it more embedded within ourselves as knowledge.
I believe that we have a natural will to learn and that we are all born with everyday curiosity and a basic ability to acquire information. One learning opportunity in museums will be learning through the use of materials and tools. Objects are the containers of knowledge. Not only do they supply information about artistic belongings, but they also exemplify cultural heritage. Whether deliberately or not, museums demonstrate aspects of what's worth learning and the way that artworks are displayed. Books, magazines, and imagery are well-known equipment used for teaching, but objects are a far more effective role. Objects benefit the learner because they are able to touch it, and you can uncover only a few stories about it at first glance. Therefore, it encourages new thoughts. Museums are active in shaping knowledge, using their collections and assembling visual cultural narratives which present insights of the past and of the present, according to Hooper Greenhill. Another opportunity is the fact that they have no national curriculum, no formal system of assessments, and no fixed timetable to learn. One of the reasons as why museums are good for learning is because schools and educational institutions are common in design and lack flexibility. According to Scandler, classrooms are not designed or organized in ways needed to meaningfully engage learners. Walking around promotes inspiration and chances for relaxed conversations with pupils of all age groups. In classrooms, teachers control movement and discussion, but at the museum, talking can be less discouraging and body language is less intense. Another learning opportunity would be communication, and the reason why we go to museums is to be a part of the communication process. Going through this process, we are able to ask questions and gain new knowledge about things we find interesting or may not have known about. This also ties in with confidence, as engaging in discussions and sharing ideas will help speaking up in classrooms and presentations. Another opportunity is play, and it is important not just for children but for every visitor. It allows us to use our creativity while progressing our imagination and cognitive, physical, and emotional strength. Play educates young children about communication and helps them in developing their motor skills. Lack of play and communication can have long-term negative results on a child's learning and physical and mental health. The case study we decided to look at was the Arab World Education Program. The main target of the program was to familiarize students with Iraqi culture through the British Museum's collection, and for them to discover images and designs from the Arab world using their thoughts and an artist's graphic work. Creative expression through arts and craft and writing is an ordinary and effective way of helping young people to discover and communicate personal identity. And according to Thomas, although he has never experienced war firsthand, he was deeply influenced and concerned with it. This venue offered was a chance to achieve a sense of identity. His artwork includes aesthetic experiences in which he explored the characteristics that determines his personal as well as social identity. Erickson's idea of psychosocial theory explains that during a specific period of time, we go through a time where we have to explore possibilities and begin to form our own identities.